Hi, Clinic, but my wedding is in 2 months. What if I'm not a perfect wife?
Everyone likes to have something new to share when they meet friends or family members they haven't seen in a while. Sometimes it's unconscious, life has happened positively to them. It could be a promotion, a new relationship, a baby, a move, a new car, something. And when you catch up after months or years, you all sit together and exchange updates. Updates, like stories of growth, stories of change. But there's another side of that culture that we don't talk about enough. Some people have made a habit of forcing narratives that didn't happen. They share timelines they haven't lived, milestones they haven't reached. And after selling that lie, they spend years trying to chase it, trying to bootstrap their lives to catch up with the story they created. Now, it's not because they are bad people, but because they feel they have no other choice. I saw this quote somewhere and it said, sometimes we aren't chasing dreams, we are running from shame. Think about it. That's the truth a lot of people live. We live in a world that worships milestones. They tell you, marry at this age, have kids by this time. Oh, you need to buy a house, be successful, have a plan, know where you're going, be certain, be confident, be put together. And you have all this flying around your head. And when life doesn't align with that invisible timeline, people begin to panic. Now, this panic is not necessarily because they are failing, but because they feel watched. There's a kind of pressure that makes you doubt yourself even when you're doing your best. A kind of pressure that whispers, you're behind, your mates are ahead, you should have figured it out by now. And once that voice enters, it doesn't matter how peaceful your life is, suddenly everything feels urgent. Everything feels like a race. I'm sure you've heard this somewhere that comparison is the thief of joy. Some people took jobs they hated just so they could say they were doing something. Some people rushed into parenting before they healed of their own childhood wounds. Some people started businesses they didn't want because others were doing well. Some moved abroad for peace and discovered loneliness. Some stayed back for love and found heartbreak. My question is this: what is your why? Have you found it? Or are you just being blown by the wind? Because that why is very important in life. Milestones don't make life meaningful. What makes life meaningful is readiness. Now, this is not to say that if you're feeling frustrated at work or in a relationship, that it's because you got into the relationship or because you took the job out of pressure. That is always not the case. You don't owe anyone a perfect timeline. You don't owe anyone a finished version of yourself. You don't owe anyone constant progress updates. You owe yourself honesty. You owe yourself patience. You owe yourself the dignity of moving at your own pace. If this is your first time on this show, here's my promise. With me, you'll never have to worry about being judged instead of being heard. Here, your feelings are valid, your voice is safe. And on this show, my only job is to help you see the best version of yourself. My name is Clinic. And please, just breathe. Welcome back. Today I have a question for you. Are you really ready or just pressured? There's a beautiful line from an old poem that says, when the flower is ready, it will bloom, not sooner, not later. And that applies to us too. So, today, if you're listening and you feel confused, if you're feeling that pressure, if you're standing in front of a major life decision and your heart feels unsteady, call in, talk to me. Let's figure it out together. The phone lines are open. If and when your call comes through, remember to breathe and speak freely. And like I always say, this is a no judgment zone. We already have our caller for today. Hello?
Hi.
Hello?
Hello. Hi, Clinic.
Hi?
I don't know if this is the same thing as what you talked about today, but my wedding is in 2 months and I feel something is off.
You want to call it off?
No, 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 no. Well, I love my fiance, but I suddenly feel afraid.
Afraid of?
That's the problem. I don't even know. I don't want to make mistakes or disappoint him.
So it's not that you're afraid of him.
No, 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 at all. He is such a great guy.
So what's the fear?
What if I'm not a
Who
perfect
taught you
wife?
that you need to be perfect to be loved?
Nobody. But my mom would always tell my elder sister that a woman must get married right the first time.
Do you think your mom got it right?
Well, she did. My parents are inseparable and we turned out alright.
Would you say your mom is a perfect wife?
What if she's listening?
Have you shared your fears with her?
Every single day since we fixed the date for this wedding.
And
She keeps saying it's normal and I will get over it.
you don't believe her?
She's my mother, and our parents usually tell us what we want to hear.
Let me ask you this. Do you think you're getting married out of pressure?
Nah, I love him, but I can't shake this fear.
Have you talked about it with your fiance?
Not yet. Should I?
I think you should. You are planning a lifetime with him. Give him the opportunity to remind you that you're not alone in this.
You don't think that's doing too much?
Do you trust him?
With my life.
What do you think he would say if you told him how you felt?
He'll say, let's pray about it. That's what he always says.
And you don't want to pray it away.
How do I answer this without sounding like I don't like prayers? I just want to handle it myself and just be.
Perfect.
I'm worried myself about nothing. He loves me. I love him. We are good. Mom is right after all. I just interpreted getting married right to mean being perfect.
So we have a wedding to look forward to in 2 months.
Yes, we do clean, and you are invited.
Thank you for the invite.
Thank you, Clinic. Thank you. I needed this.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Stick around for the rest of the show, okay? That was a very interesting call. You know, sometimes we just need to be reminded that we're on the right track. And like I said earlier today, I said, find your why. When you know your why, when you're honest with yourself, then what feels like pressure feels totally okay. And it's okay to say, I'm not ready. It's okay to say, I need a moment. It's okay to step back from everyone's expectations and ask yourself, what do I truly want? Life will always present us with crossroads, moments where the world expects certainty, but our hearts are still learning the truth. And in those moments, the bravest thing you can do is pause. Pause long enough to hear your own voice, not your family's voice, not society's voice, not the timeline you feel you're supposed to be following, just your voice. So today, on whatever platform you're listening from, I hope you remember this. You don't need to be perfect to take your next step. You just need to be honest. Give yourself permission to slow down. to question, permission to think. Say this with me. I am complete. I am enough. I have love and I am loved. I choose to be the best version of myself every single day. My smile will remain. My joy is forever. My faith in God is unshakable. I am free and alive, and I never forget to breathe. Thank you for spending this time with me today. I hope you follow, subscribe, and share this space with someone who needs it. Until next time, just breathe.